Ferrari's 2024 car is nothing short of impressive. The Italian team is ready to take on Red Bull this year. Ferrari could have done better in 2023, winning once, which was a letdown after their strong start in 2022. Now armed with a completely overhauled car designed to enhance the driving experience for their drivers, the red team is setting its sights on a massive year ahead. But can Ferrari's new car compete for top honours in the 2024 F1 season? Let's find out. Lately, the big talk has been about Hamilton joining Ferrari, but for Ferrari's drivers led by team boss Fred Vasseur, the main goal is to ensure that the new SF24 car is much better than the old one. In retrospect, Ferrari's performance in the 2023 season did not match the heights of their promising start in 2022 under the new regulations. They slipped to third place in the Constructors' Championship, tallying fewer points and clinching fewer victories than the previous year. Nonetheless, the latter half of the 2023 campaign showed a marked improvement, offering Ferrari a glimmer of hope for the upcoming season. Despite McLaren's surge during the season, Ferrari emerged as the second highest scoring team behind Red Bull after the summer break. Their resurgence culminated in a notable victory at the Singapore Grand Prix and securing several pole positions towards the end of the season. But there's a more significant gap between how well Ferrari did and how well they need to do. To close that gap, Ferrari needs to improve how fast they are during races, and that's what they're working on with the new SF24 car. Heading into the 2024 season, Ferrari is embracing a fresh wave of energy sparked by the anticipation of Lewis Hamilton joining the team in 2025. This significant signing marks the climax of Operation Relaunch, a strategic endeavour orchestrated by Ferrari CEO John Elkann and team principal Fred Vasseur to steal the Scuderia back to the forefront of Formula One. With the SF24, Ferrari aims to address the setbacks that hindered Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz in the previous season. Despite the SF23's impressive performance in qualifying, it fell short in race pace and consistency compared to the Red Bull team, resulting in only one victory for Ferrari at the Singapore Grand Prix. To rectify this, Ferrari has diligently worked on enhancing the SF24, reducing the car's aerodynamic variability and striving for greater consistency throughout races. Charles Leclerc, who recently extended his contract with Ferrari until 2025, expressed optimism about the SF24's improvements based on his simulation experiences. Leclerc emphasized his confidence in Ferrari's capabilities, stating, "I like the car's look a lot." Based on his early simulator sessions, Leclerc highlighted the SF24's improved drivability, expressing optimism about the car's advancements in several areas. He emphasized the importance of a less sensitive and easier-to-drive vehicle for optimal performance on the track. The Italian team is gearing up for the 2024 Formula One season with a significant focus on enhancing the performance and drivability of their new car, the SF24, particularly for drivers Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Despite significant upgrades introduced during 2023, challenges persisted as Leclerc and Sainz grappled with the car's handling, necessitating adjustments throughout the season. However, towards the end of the year, late-season tweaks allowed Leclerc to secure impressive results, including 4 pole positions and 3 podium finishes in the final 6 races. Looking ahead to the 2024 campaign, Ferrari is determined to build upon this improved form immediately. According to a team statement, the design team, led by chassis technical director Enrico Cardile, aim to provide Leclerc and Sainz with a car that offers predictability and ease of handling, building on the positive feedback received towards the end of the previous season. Team principal Fred Vasseur emphasized the importance of maintaining consistency and constant improvement, stating, "This year we must start where we left off at the end of last season, when we were consistent frontrunners to improve in all areas constantly." Ferrari also aims to refine its race management strategies, emphasizing the need for bold decision-making to challenge Red Bull, the dominant force in the 2023 Constructors' Championship. The SF24 boasts a revised livery, featuring fewer exposed carbon fiber elements and more white and yellow accents, paying homage to Ferrari's traditional racing colors and the victorious 499P World Endurance Championship hypercar at the 2023 Le Mans 24 Hours. One of the most noticeable alterations is the design of the side pods, which have shifted from the ground effect bathtub style used in the previous season. The new aerodynamic concept focuses on moving from the outwashing side pod fronts to a more conventional undercut style. This means changing how the air flows underneath the car. By lowering the side impact bar, Ferrari can carve out the front side pods more aggressively, making the vehicle look visually distinct from last year. The profile of the side pods now slopes down more noticeably compared to last year's design. However, the angle is still milder than that of other cars on the grid for 2024. Notably, there's no longer a waterslide gully on the top surface, indicating a departure from previous design conventions. Inspired by Red Bull's successful design, Ferrari has added lower lips ahead of the radiator inlets above the undercut. These additions help streamline the airflow, reducing disruption and improving overall performance, especially at high speeds. Despite these changes, Ferrari has kept the wide nose and the push rod, front pull rod rear layout from last season. They've slightly adjusted the upper wishbone angles to enhance stability and performance on the track. A notable tweak involves shortening the gearbox casing by about 5 cm, while increasing the chassis length by the same amount. This adjustment creates more space around the diffuser, allowing aerodynamicists to optimize airflow. The aim is to improve performance, particularly in high-speed scenarios. Ferrari hopes these changes will address the challenges faced by last year's car, which struggled with sudden losses of aerodynamic grip at high speeds. Overall, Ferrari is optimistic about the SF24's potential. The team believes these aerodynamic enhancements will propel them to success in the upcoming Formula One season, marking a new chapter in their racing legacy. In addition, reports suggest that Ferrari's 2024 championship contender, the SF24, has adhered to the FIA's weight limit of 798 kilograms for the first time in the ground effect era. This compliance marks a significant development, as the weight reduction on the SF24, compared to its predecessor, promises enhanced speed and contributes to tyre preservation. The weight reduction is attributed to several critical factors, including a more compact battery, a narrower gearbox, and a lighter body. These changes have been instrumental in achieving the necessary weight savings. In Formula One, even a minor weight reduction can substantially impact performance. For instance, calculations suggest a 10 kg reduction can lead to around 0.3 of a second improvement in lap times. According to reports, this weight reduction could translate to a faster SF24 by 1/10.5 on circuits like Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. This improvement underscores the potential of the SF24 to deliver superior performance on the track compared to its predecessor, the SF23. Ferrari's chassis technical director, Cardile, stresses the importance of building confidence for the SF24 drivers. He explains that they've listened closely to the drivers' feedback and transformed their ideas into fundamental changes in the car's engineering. The goal is to make driving easier and allow the drivers to push the car to its limits. The new approach should make driving the car more manageable and more intuitive. Cardile, the main guy behind Ferrari's SF24, says they didn't stick to rigid rules when making the car. Instead, they were as flexible as ever. They just wanted to ensure it's a good, solid racing car that performs well on the track like they saw in tests. As the anticipation builds around Ferrari's SF24 car, it's premature to set definitive expectations or anticipate it to outpace the formidable Red Bull. However, there's an undeniable sense of optimism within Ferrari, fueled by the progress made and the strategic plans shaping the team's trajectory into the era of Lewis Hamilton. This optimism manifested on the eve of the Ferrari launch, as chairman John Elkann took an unusual step, visiting the F1 factory to witness the final touches applied to the new SF24 stickers. Elkann's hands-on involvement signals a deep commitment to Formula One and his desire to ensure everything is correct. Maranello's confidence is poised to receive a further boost in coming weeks with the rumored addition of approximately 20 new personnel. This influx is a strategic move aimed at fortifying the team, aligning with the vision to make the necessary strides and propel Ferrari toward the front of the grid. The stage is set for a new chapter, and Ferrari is gearing up for the challenges and opportunities the Hamilton era promises to bring. Ferrari hopes that the SF24 will help them fix these performance issues and bring back their hopes of winning championships. Whether the SF24 is successful will decide if Ferrari can finally win championships again and be at the top of Formula One like before.